Hi, I'm really happy to be back for our weekly workshop. I'm super excited today because today's is going to be a little bit different. There's going to be a tutorial component in it in which I show you exactly how I do what I do. So today's topic is about hijacking your target audience's words and turning it into copy. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, and I'm doing it live. It's not practiced. I am coming up with copy based on words that I hijack. So let's get started. So live tutorial, how to hijack your audience's words, and of course, turning it into copy, AKA never write from copy from scratch again. Hi, I'm Violetta Potter. I am a conversion strategist and copywriter, and I'm here to help you connect with your audience. As always, get in touch. Send me an email. Just say hello. Tell me what you're going through. I'd love to hear from you. Before we get started today, I want to say one thing. Thank you. Really, I mean it. Thank you so much. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for following me. And thank you for giving me your feedback. Seriously, your feedback is invaluable. I am here to serve you. I want to share what I know. So getting to know how I'm doing is super helpful for me because I want to make sure I give you what you need. And for those of you that participated in the survey, thank you so much for giving me your feedback. There was a chance to win a free beverage from Starbucks, and the raffle winner was Ashley Nicole from ashleynicoleartistry.com. And these are some of the amazing pictures I found that she's taken. Aren't they so gorgeous? So congratulations, Ashley, and thank you again for participating and for all of you that took the time to give me feedback. Okay, are you ready to get started? Before I start, I want you to do one thing, not one thing, be present. Silence those notifications wherever they are on all of your devices. Put your phone aside, grab a pen and paper, and be present. Okay, your copy should meet your reader where she is. And I just picked a pronoun here if your audience is males, where he is. It should continue the conversation that she's already having in her head. Why this matters. It's so that you can write copy that connects, compels, and converts, to show your reader you understand her, to make it easier to write copy, big key, never from scratch, and for you to rake in the dough. What copy shows your value, and when you connect it to your audience and what they need and what they want, you're golden. So today you'll learn how to hijack your reader's words and turn them into copy. But first, let's take a look at an example. So, audience research in the wild. I read tons of articles every single day. I lay it down a lot to breastfeed my child. So, articles, and I found this amazing example in the news. ThredUp conducted a large survey of women's shopping habits across the country. And here is what they found. This is a big narrative they found in their research. Mom guilt is very real when it comes to shopping and spending on themselves. 48% of moms are more likely to feel guilty over shopping than non-moms. That means that 2 out of 3 moms reportedly feel mom guilt. That's a pretty big deal. And if I saw this in my data, my alarms would be going off. How can I use this? So here's what they did with that info. They created a very special campaign, and they did it very quickly. And this is a commercial, and I took some screenshots. So the title, the first thing you see is Mama Still Got It. And you can see this mama who is on her phone shopping on ThredUp, and her mama alter ego is telling her, are you going to buy that? You can see by her posture, like, you don't have time for that. You don't have money. She's like guilting her about shopping and spending and looking like not a mom. And then you can see the more relaxed version of her in the leather jacket, not as buttoned up, with her hair down and loose. And you can see her sass, like, let her buy this. And then it ends up with, oh, it's on ThreadUp. Oh, it's $32 or $33. Buy it. So she buys it. And then we get this amazing screen. Splurge responsibly. That's amazing, because it's showing you, like, don't feel guilty. Instead of $199 for the Anthropologie jumpsuit or whatever this is, you paid $33. ThreadUp. Splurge responsibly. It's genius. It's a genius way of seeing the data and then turning it into copy, turning it into advertising, and speaking to their audience in a way that they know they're already feeling. So what they did and what you should do too. So they started with research. And when they did this research, they got deep. They asked tons of questions. They found a compelling narrative. They found their edge, and then they hijacked that copy. So follow this process as well. So when you do your research, talk to your audience. Find out what they're thinking. Find out what they're feeling. And get deep. Go beyond the surface. Don't just stay with, oh, how likely are you to get this? Or when do you buy this? Or whatever related to your field, of course. What are your feelings about copy? Find out their motivations, their fears, their hangups. Ask them how they feel when they do X thing. Ask them about their ultimate dreams, their ultimate desires. Ask them why they want what they want. What is it that's motivating them and driving them? And also ask them what's keeping them from doing that or from jumping in like they should. Whatever it is related to your niche, go deep. And then find the narrative. Review the data that you get and find the most compelling narrative and find the one that you can stand behind. That ThreadUp example is perfect. I doubt they knew they were going to come across this data, but once they found this narrative of moms feeling guilty about shopping, they connected it with what they do. Hey, we're a cheap alternative. Get that awesome brand name clothes at a cheap price. Don't feel guilty. So you do the same thing. Once you do the research, find the common narrative and then find an edge. What are other people in your field saying? What can you focus on that they're not? See, they compared themselves to Anthropologie, $199 versus $33. You do the same thing. How can you set yourself up different than everyone else in your field? And then hijack that copy. Frame all of your messaging with that narrative and spread it everywhere. Make that your message. I recommend you take a big screenshot of this because this will be really helpful for you. Okay, so today I mentioned that I'm doing a live tutorial. And before I get into the tutorial, I want to show you the app that I'm using. I'm using AirStory. You can find it at airstory.co. And the other tool I'm using is the AirStory Researcher Web Clipper. And I just added the plugin to my Chrome. You can see it right here. And I use that to do my research. So one of the people that participated in my survey talked about her niche is wedding photography. And I've never worked in wedding photography. And I want to show you this without me having any preconceived ideas. So I decided to pick that niche since it was right in front of me. So I started by going to Google. If I was in this niche, I would reach out to my audience. I would reach out to brides, people who just had their photographs taken. I would just talk to brides if I could, go into threads, go into Facebook groups and ask them what they want, how they feel, etc. But also do some research. Since I'm not in that niche and I wasn't going to take that time for a 20-minute workshop, I just went to Google. So I just typed in wedding photography. I found some close by photographers. And then I also wanted to find out, why is wedding photography important? And you can see people wonder this already. There's tons of articles about it. So Google to your advantage. Google every single possible question somebody could have about your niche. Now, the other thing I did was found articles. You see that wedding photography is so important. Okay, and I clipped a lot of information from here. This is not a very good example because it is not very well formatted. Example of how you should not format copy on a page, but I did find some good information here. The other thing I did is, and of course, this is doing it right now that I want to show you how cool this is. I went to Threads, and hopefully it comes back up so I can show you. The other thing I would do is go to review sites and look at these reviews. And your goal is to not just look at the 5 stars, not just look at the 4 stars, try to find the 3-star, the 2-star, and see what people didn't like, and compare that to what people did like. So I'll show you a quick example of how you can clip copy. So I would really just skim through this and then find something. I just want to show you really quick how I do this, just in case you want to use AirStory. And they do have a free version, so you can get that. So I highlight something I want. I click Save to AirStory. And once it's done, I already had created a project. It saves it to my project. So I'll take you to exactly where I've already saved this stuff. So your photos, this is some of the research I found. The first examples are things that I want you to consider. So number 1, your photos are the only lasting memory you will have of the day. And if they don't turn out as you want, your memories are ruined. This is an example of something I recommend you shy away from, because every single site that I looked talks about the lasting memory. It's the only thing that you'll have. But is that true? No, you have your rings, you have your personal memory, you have other people's memories. There will be time where you can talk about this stuff. And this just puts you in the same category as everybody else. So find the angle that is different. Find what everybody is saying and go against it. We do not want that. Now, the other thing that some people think, seems like when it comes to wedding photography, is like, oh, I know someone with a good camera. Let me just get a friend to take it. Or we're just going to let guests take the photos. That's something that people do. But as a photographer, you want to combat this. So maybe finding that narrative, what can you say that to counter these thoughts? For example, this one that I found. We want pictures that capture the day, that capture the feelings and emotion. So we just talked about how it's not about just the memory, it's about the emotion. So you can incorporate that. Turn this into copy. Don't just capture the day or the memory. Don't just capture the memory. Capture the emotions. So you can use this already. That's something that you can use on your site. There's another one about, completely contradicting the let my friends take the picture, or give them cameras so that they can take our pictures for us. So what about this that somebody else says? I want my friends and family to relax, not work during my wedding. So what about let your family, your friends and family, let's just use this. Let your friends and family enjoy and take in your moment. And this would be really good for someone who works with budget brides who often have this idea at first. Let me do the work. So that's something that you can use. The lifetime of memories, capturing moments, capturing emotion, reliving the day, seeing the emotion on your family's face. Maybe that's another good one. Your wedding is a busy day. Your wedding will be the busiest day of your life. Relive all the moments from the tear in your daddy's eye to your break dancing grandma. That you missed. Or what about relive all the moments that you missed? From the tear in your daddy's eye to your break dancing grandma's moves. So I came in here completely cold. I did not have any idea of what I could write. I have never written for this niche before. So all I did was do research. I clipped all of this information using AirStory's web clipper, and then I dragged it onto my page and I took some of what it said and turned it into copy. And you can do the exact same thing. It's just a matter of going out there and seeing what people are saying and finding how you can use it, connecting it to the narrative that you can stand behind and that shows what makes what you do completely unique and valuable. So I urge you to give this a try. Find their words and hijack them. So to help you out, have you gotten your copy hijacking toolkit? You can see this little icon right below the chat box. You can click on it to take you directly to a download. It'll take you to a Dropbox link. It'll a zipped folder. You just have to click download. And it guides you through the process of doing this for yourself. Do you know someone who would benefit from these trainings? Be a pal and share. Share it on social media, share it word of mouth. Just tell people. I put a click to tweet right below the video. Just click on it and it'll take you directly to Twitter so that you can share with people this resource. And do you have any questions, suggestions, or professions of love? Shoot me an email at hello@violettapotter.com or catch me on your favorite social media platform. If you search for Violetta Potter with no spaces, you are bound to find me. And as always, thank you for watching.